Welcome back to the channel, and today I wanted to show you what you could expect from Swiss Airlines first class on their 777-300ER. This is a fifth freedom route on LX92 from Sao Paulo, Brazil to Buenos Aires, Argentina. This was a United Mileage Plus redemption for 38.5 thousand United Mileage Plus miles, which this is readily available as far as redeeming. So you can redeem this both ways, from Sao Paulo to Buenos Aires or Buenos Aires to Sao Paulo on the fifth freedom flight. So as you can see, the Swiss first class cabin, you've got a 1-2-1 configuration. Essentially, you've got two rows of seats here. So here's a detailed look at the very wide seat. You've got a lamp here to your right side. You've got a button here to control the lamp to turn the lights on and off. Here you've got the in-flight entertainment remote. You've got some headphones there. I'll show you in a little more detail shortly. Here you have the seat controls down here. So you got seat controls. You also have a button to control the little light in which the Swiss chocolate is sitting on. So you did have a bottle of water and Swiss chocolate sitting out on the seat ready for you, along with a pillow. No blanket, but you could ask for one and get a blanket if you needed it. This was a 2-hour and 34-minute flight from Sao Paulo to Buenos Aires. Absolutely huge in-flight entertainment screen there. And here you have the, I guess you could say ottoman, but very wide footwell. You've got space here to put a bag underneath there. You do have a seat belt right there, if you notice that. So you could have a guest come and eat lunch with you on the absolutely huge tray table. You'll see you've got a light up here to your left, controls for the door. You do not have individual air vents. It was very hot at first, but they did have the air on, so it cooled down considerably on the aircraft, which is good since you're at the mercy of the flight attendants with the temperature control. So here you can see the door. So this comes out, essentially it's a closet, so you could put a suit jacket in there. It's pretty narrow, so not much behind a suit jacket or a regular jacket. And here's a look at the window, which I really love this window. So you've got the button here for the shade, and then you've got the complete, you can get complete darkness by continuing to press the button there. So when you press it up, that presses the darkest shade closest to the window up, then press it again, and that gives you kind of the lighter, more curtainish blind up there. Pre-departure beverages were offered. Champagne was offered. I'm going to take another look here inside the cabinet, which I didn't show you at first. You've got the headphone jack, USB port, and the universal outlet there. And also the huge tray table. I mean, this thing is just massive. So you hit the button, very similar to Lufthansa first class, which I have reviewed that before. I'll leave a link for that too, so you can compare the two products. Just a massive table, and so this just slides back down. Keep sliding, and you see kind of where you could have someone dining with you if you wanted to. That would be blocking the TV. So here's how you close the door. So it's a kind of a two-part process there. You hit that button there to get that divider rolling. You do have to keep it held. Then you essentially just pull the closet out towards you, and this is what makes the door. So this is what gives you the maximum privacy. It doesn't shut completely. And I mean, as you can see there, somebody can still look in there, so it's not high up like Emirates first class door, which is industry leading as far as first class privacy goes. Now let's take a look here at the actual seat recline. I always like to show you guys this. I'm 5'11" and plenty of space here in the footwell, and this is a wide seat, and there's nothing narrow about this, so you'll have plenty of space for your feet to relax, especially if you're on the longer leg from Sao Paulo to Zurich, or coming back from Zurich to Sao Paulo. And it's a very comfortable seat, very wide. I did take a small nap on here to test it out, and it worked well, so I wouldn't mind having it for more hours. Here's a look at the Swiss branded headphones. Headphones are okay. I suggest to bring your own. So they did have the hot towel service actually for this flight, so this was handed out before the takeoff. So I'll leave you with the takeoff, and I'll talk about more on the flight here shortly. take a look at the bathroom on the 777-300ER. So they do have 2 first-class bathrooms dedicated to first-class passengers. Every seat was actually full, with the exception of one, because most of these passengers were through passengers from Zurich that were coming to Buenos Aires. So this is the bathroom with a little more space, so easily you can get changed into pajamas if you needed to. Got those light Swiss wood accents. Got the La Prairie lotion, which I love that lotion. I'm imagining that comes in the amenity kit, as I know it does with the Lufthansa first class amenity kits. You got the Swiss face cream, some disinfectant there. But that's the bathroom. Decent bathroom, decent space, no window. Now the meal service is abbreviated for this short Fifth Freedom flight. So you do start up with a beverage service. I ordered chamomile tea. So it does come out in, you get the kettle with the cup there. As far as the meal, you get meats and cheeses, warm bread, and muesli. Food was really good, and again, sufficed for the 2-hour and 34-minute flight from Sao Paulo to Buenos Aires. Wasn't really expecting more. But Wi-Fi, now most times you don't get this on the Fifth Freedom flight, but the purser, Mr. Stalker, was nice enough to give me one. He had some extras, so very nice gesture. And again, these are the little things that make you think about an airline when it's time to make a decision about flying them, all things considered, really. So here's a look at the Wi-Fi here. It did work. I did use the voucher, so again, thank you to Mr. Stalker there. Essentially, all you would do is just enter the voucher where it says to enter the voucher. If not, these are the prices that you pay. And again, Swiss Wi-Fi, I've talked about this on another review in business class. Swiss Wi-Fi is expensive. I mean, yeah, the high prices for the megabytes you get, especially when you have others that are offering free Wi-Fi now for business and first class passengers, such as Singapore Airlines. So I'm going to leave you with the in-flight entertainment, and I'll be back shortly to talk about my final thoughts on the flight. Welcome back. So here are my final thoughts on my Swiss first class experience. Now, I think it's a great opportunity for you to try Swiss first class using the United Mileage Plus redemption for 38.5 Mileage Plus miles. It'll give you an idea of what to expect. Now, keep in mind, you're not going to get the full services, no amenity kit, the full Swiss bedding you won't get. You also won't get a full meal service as well. But again, I think it's a fair trial, and I think I'm glad they make this available. I mean, this has been readily available for some time as a United Mileage Plus redemption. Service was absolutely excellent. Again, over the top. I had that Singapore Airlines feeling with my Swiss experience. So that's a good thing. It's a good bar to be measured against. You do have the pre-departure beverage, which is champagne. Got 2 refills of that, so that's nice. Hot towel before takeoff. and of course the Swiss chocolate, which is a staple of the Swiss passenger experience, no matter what class of service you're flying in. I really want to thank Mr. Stalker for allowing me to have a Wi-Fi voucher, because he didn't really have to do that, so it was nice there. So these are the little things that go a long way in, making me want to choose Swiss again for a first class experience. So that was my experience in Swiss first class on LX92 from Sao Paulo to Buenos Aires, Argentina, on their 777-300ER. As always, I do appreciate you watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share this with a friend. Thank you.